Uh, moving right along from money fixing depression and anxiety, I'm gonna take y'all on over to the dollar store and give y'all a contrast dollar store proposal that gave me depression and anxiety. Take a look.
There was a whole set of them, but I can't find them now.
You can't find them now?
No. I think there was like a candied apple one. And another one, I think. Today, I want to make an announcement to a beautiful woman who is in the store. Can I please have Raylan Anderson come to the front? I love you so much, and I would love to make you mine for the rest of my life. Okay?
Okay, let's go.
I don't have the time. But please, maybe.
See, I want to explain something to y'all. To all y'all, there's no good men out there. No. No. The problem is y'all hoes don't be wanting to date on y'all level. Y'all don't be wanting to date on y'all level. Do you see what happens when you date on your level? You have men's risking. We live in a world right now where you're not even allowed to have free speech. And this lady had a man take the intercom down to the job and exercise free speech all in front of the customers in order to get her number. The problem is not that it's not no men's out there. The problem is y'all too uppity. The problem is y'all is too uppity, y'all too high sedity, you got standards that you can't even meet, you think more high of yourself than you should, you not that cute, you not that attractive, you need to lose weight and you need to gain faith, you need some more education, you don't make enough money, you got too many kids, and you want a high value man. I promise y'all, if y'all learn to stay in y'all league, stay in y'all place, and date people where y'all work at, you know what? I just figured out something. I literally just figured out something. That is the surefire way how you get somebody on your level. Bitch, date where you work at. I just figured it out. They need to put me on the cover of Essence magazine and make me the new millionaire matchmaker. Literally, is you want to be equally yoked with somebody, date where you work at. that fixes all of it. And I'm around here joking, but I'm like bubbling up on the inside because when we look at it mathematically, y'all on the same level and y'all resume is the same. Date where you work at. Date where you work at. Bitch, if you work at Old Charlie's, you need to date from Old Charlie's. If you work at CVS, you need to date from CVS. If you work in accounts payable department, you need to be dating somebody in accounts receivable. If you work at the tow yard as a dispatch person, you need to be trying to marry one of the drivers. If you work in cleaning services down to the airport, you need to be trying to date somebody that work in concession. See, the problem is y'all hoes be wanting to work at Arby's, and then y'all be around here wanting to date somebody that work at Morgan and Morgan law firm because you cute. You might be cute, bitch, but you ain't got no education. You dumb and you broke. So no, the best you could do if you cashier number 1, you could date overnight manager number 3. That's the best we could do for you. That's the best you could do. That is the best you could do. Date where you work at. And if you're not comfortable dating where you work at, then date somebody at the competition in the same position. If you work at Target, you need to be taking applications for people that work at Walmart and Kmart. Am I lying or am I lying? I am telling the God honest truth. If you work on the floor at Bell South Mobility, if you sell cell phones down to the Singular Wireless, you need to be dating somebody that work at Sprint. Okay, don't come on over here to Chevron and BP talking about you looking for a high value man trying to date somebody in the C-suite and you work at Verizon Wireless selling cell phones and nights and weekend minutes. That's what's wrong with y'all. It's a mismatch. The Lord said be equally yoked. So Stephen Corbett said, I'm glad I work in commercial banking. Now you got a little more options. I'm gonna tell you, okay, y'all drop in the comments and tell me where you work, and I'm gonna tell y'all who you could date. Stephen, who you said you work in commercial banking, you can date realtors, you can date lenders, you can other bank people. Let me see what else somebody said where they work. Where somebody else said they work. What if I'm unemployed? Then you shouldn't be dating nobody but hotjobs.com or ChatGPT try to get your resume. Okay. Jay of Queen said, I can't afford to be chosen. Somebody said, I work in IT. If you work in IT, then you could date somebody. If you work in IT, you could date somebody that work in IT, somebody who work in accounting. If you a truck driver, you could date anybody that's a bus driver, work at the tow truck place. You could date mechanics. You could date, if you a nurse. Now see, if you a nurse, you got a little bit of flexibility. If you a nurse, you could date anybody in medical. You could date the radiologist and you could date the doctors and all that. But see, do y'all see how this go? Date somebody where you work at. Y'all be around here wanting to work at Eckert's, okay, and then come on over here. We got our good fancy jobs and messing up our lives, and it ain't gonna never work. Okay, $7 an hour, $70,000 a year. We not equally yoked, and it don't go together. You need to date where you work. Now, somebody on here said massage therapist. If you're a massage therapist, you could date strippers, OnlyFans people, bottle girls from the club, Instagram models, prostitutes, because that's all you over there doing anyway is prostituting. That is what you doing. Technical account manager, technically, I don't know what that is, but it sounds fancy, so you could date some of everybody. Disability check, baby, you could date Miss Netta or Shamar. Derica, you could date Charles, Miss Netta, or Shamar if you get a disability check. Okay? That's who you can date, but you need to date where you stay. And that's another way we could do it too. Either date where you work or date where you stay. Okay, if you live in Glenwood Creek Apartments and you in apartment 7B, then you need to be dating somebody in 7C. Okay, because 9 times out of 10, if y'all live in the same apartments, y'all on the same level. If you live in the same neighborhood, you on the same level. Date where you work or date where you stay. And I promise y'all, once y'all humble yourself. Because think about it. And I think about it. What is the man trying to tell you? What does that say about you if you don't want to date nobody where you stay? We're going to take our time and let this story breathe. What does that say about you if you don't want to date somebody where you stay? Then you got the nerve to think somebody want to date your ass. I just got a question that's finna hurt the girl feelings real bad down to this chat. Put me in the chat if you ain't got no problem dating somebody where you stay. And put not me, girl, if you would dare date nobody where you live. If you don't mind dating nobody where you stay, put me in the chat, baby. I don't mind dating nobody around here with all these 800,000 or better houses around here where I stay. I date everybody. I ain't got no problem dating where I stay. I don't know about the rest of y'all. If you ain't got no problem dating where the hell you stay, put me in the chat. And if you know don't nobody want nobody around from your apartment complex or from your neighborhood, put not me, girl. Yes, God. Let me see how many liars we got out here. Y'all be wanting to leave the damn ghetto and leave the trailer park and come mess up our lives, walk around our house talking about, oh, it's nice in here. It sure is. Now carry me around where you stay. So I can say, Robin, you did all this. We want to see what you did around your house. Blind Spot said, I don't want to date nobody. What she said, let me find it. She say, I don't want to date. She said, oh, it's going too fast. It's going too fast. Oh, here she goes. She said, I don't want to date anyone living around me because if we break up, that food gonna be at my front door. What date where you stay, Blind Spot, is the metaphor for the financial area that you stay in. How classy based the area is you stay in. Not, not necessarily your next door neighbor, but you get my drift. Hang if you can hang, no pain, no gain. And that's right, like Betty said, in order to get something, you gotta give something. Do not be staying around there in Laurels or Blairstone Apartments off Appalachian Parkway. Then you want to come on over here to Cologne and date the high-end country girl clubs. No, bitch. Date. Don't even try to holler until your zip code changed. I'm telling y'all, shit, I need to take Dr. Heavenly Place as a relationship guru because I just did that, baby. You date 30-day challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of y'all, for 30 days, I want y'all to be open to just smiling and looking available at your job and when you walk to the mailbox and get your mail and see how many hollers you get versus when you be trying to go out and be trying to holler at people that's not in your station. Oh my God. Moving right